Tonight on Caps 13 News, a local business to the Pittsburgh area hosts its first ever trivia night.
And we'll showcase an organization here on campus along with its upcoming events.
Members of the Pitt State Disc Golf Club made their way to Michigan to compete in a regional qualifier. We'll have more in sports. Thank you for tuning in to Caps 13 News. I'm Drake Miller.
And I'm Matthew Parrott.
A small restaurant hosts its first ever trivia night. Caps 13 reporter Lily Weir joins us live in downtown Pittsburgh. Lily?
I'm here in front of Toast, an eatery known for big taste and using local ingredients. This event started after a different local business closed down.
This past Thursday was local small business Toast's first trivia night. Toast has been open in Pittsburgh since 2019 and recently started doing their trivia and result of another business's temporary closing. Toast owner Heather Horton is excited for the business to be the new spot.
When Jolly Fox closed, they have a following, and they reached out to us and asked, like, hey, if we host, do you guys mind being the spot, the location? So, like, yeah, obviously, we're totally into that. It's good to be diverse, brings in a different clientele, gives people something to do.
The official term for the new trivia night is Toasted Trivia. The trivia is made up of 6 different rounds with 3 trivia questions being asked each round. Trivia goer Ashley Kinsley enjoyed a lot about the evening.
Seeing everybody get so excited, it's the first trivia night I've been to in a while, so that was really fun. Just hanging out. And actually my friend Bram was like, hey, let's go to Toast and Trivia. I'm like, okay, cool. So we just wanted to come for dinner and decided to stay for trivia.
Toast will be hosting their Toasted Trivia Nights the 1st and 3rd of every month going forward.
If you haven't been in, come try us out. I know, a lot of people are like, Toast, you just have toast. Like, no, we've got sandwiches and soups and salads, and we always have fun specials depending on what produce we've got going on, seasonal stuff. So yeah, it's good. It's all made from scratch, all home cooking. So yeah, try us out.
November 16th and is free to participate. Next month, the trivia night will be held on December 1st and 3rd and will be on those dates going forward. Back to you, Drake.
Thanks, Lily. That was Caps 13 reporter Lily Weir in downtown Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh is still recovering from the cyber attack that occurred in September. I had the opportunity to speak with city officials about the continued issues they face and what they have to say to the public to put their minds at ease. As the city of Pittsburgh moves into the 2nd month after a crippling cyber attack, city officials offer information that should ease the minds of citizens.
Well, we try to be understanding of what they're facing, and we hope that the citizens can be understanding too. It's just without your technical systems, everything being manual, it's a very slow process for us, and we're willing to be accommodating.
The city is offering a grace period to pay bills from the past month that could not be paid due to the cyber attack.
But we're being very understanding about that. They don't have to pay all the bill at once. We're not going to do any turn-offs or anything. We're going to extend all that grace period all the way into March of next year.
While citizens may not notice a change to their day-to-day activity, city employees are still struggling to communicate with each other and the city itself.
Emailing is tough because all our emailing is internal through Outlook, but the marketing department's thing is we lost our entire folder of old photos and videos, and media entirely was wiped.
The city of Pittsburgh has recovered its ability for citizens to pay bills online, but is still missing many internal systems. While city officials may have issues with internal communication, they are doing everything in their power to make this difficult time easier for the people of Pittsburgh. Officials urge citizens to remain patient. For more information on bill payments or any additional questions, call 620-231-4100. It is recommended to not email City Hall at this time. Last Thursday saw 3 reporters from the Kansas Reflector hold a discussion in the Student Overman Center at Pitt State. The event was an hour-long discussion open to both students and the public. The topics range from questions about current political climates to students wanting to learn more about journalism and reporting. Dr. Ken Ward had this to say.
So the goal for students is, twofold. For students with an interest in journalism, the goal is really to get them in contact with people doing excellent work in journalism, right? And that's the thing with the Reflector, is they're doing some of the most important journalistic work in the state. For other students, it was just great to hear about those important issues in Kansas.
Discussion has not been scheduled. Dr. Ward hopes to get more in the future for students that missed the discussion or anyone wanting to learn more about the topics discussed. You can read the Kansas Reflector at kansasreflector.com.
Campus Christians is an organization on Pitt State's campus that gathers together for many events. They come together for worship, fellowship, and fun. The goal is to bring Christians together while away from home to continue growing their faith. Women's Minister and Communication Director Brittany Holloway helps to plan their events.
The overall purpose is not only to get to know students, but really just encourage students to get to know the Lord better and to challenge them to grow in their faith.
Upcoming events include a Build Your Own S'more night tonight, Friendsgiving November 16th, Prayer Night November 20th, and Christmas Party December 7th. Events begin at 6:30. For more information, visit CCPSU on Instagram. The Wesley House provides food and other necessities to low-income families in the Pittsburgh area. The Kansas Association of Nursing Students is partnering with them to give back to the community. CAPS 13 reporter Azaria Pishney has the story.
You're not alone in this battle to try and live life, especially when now it's getting cold. Everyone's struggling right now.
This is the reason why CAN's president Daniel Mendoza is working to provide food and hygiene products to people in need.
I grew up not the most fortunate, so it's really nice now as a college student who has a little more to my name and to who I am to be able to reach and give back to the community and say, we're here for you. So we're trying to, for me, it really means a lot that we're trying to reach out and help those who are a little less fortunate.
The goal of the drive is to give back to the community and show that nursing students don't only help people while they're on the job.
So oftentimes I feel like people just think that we are providing help while we're getting paid on the clock in the hospital, but we just want to show the community that we do much more than that. We care about more than just helping patients while we're on the clock. We want to help everyone whenever we can.
Our goal is to try and, like I said, promote that we're not just bedside people, and we want to help the community members of Pittsburgh, so those that are a little less fortunate than us, even us as college students, we're able to help make a difference in the community. So that's our goal, is to try and reach out to those who might need help.
For CAPS 13, I'm Azaria Pishney.
The Kansas Association of Nursing Students began the Wesley House food drive on Monday, and it will continue through next Friday. The Wesley House provided a list of needed food and personal hygiene items. To access the list or to ask questions, email Daniel Mendoza at dmendoza@gus.pittstate.edu. To drop off items, visit the McPherson Hall Lounge. Canned food drives are happening all across campus. One department is being sure to do their part. The Health, Human Performance, and Recreation Department of Pittsburgh State University is doing a canned food drive for the campus Gorilla Pantry.
We are collecting goods ranked by order from the Gorilla Pantry and what they told us for necessities, whether it be personal care items, canned fruits, veggies, condiments, things like that. And we're having a competition amongst our majors too to hopefully incentivize some of that participation there.
The department started its canned food collection on October 30th, and it will run until November 17th.
The Taste of Pittsburgh is one of many events held in the Student Center ballrooms throughout the year. During the event, tickets can be purchased and be used to redeem meals for the event. All vendors come from local restaurants in the city, such as The Pit, Mazzio's, the Mall Deli, and more. The event is targeted towards the community as well as students, parents, and alumni.
To host them at a community event, alumni event here on our campus, and bring them kind of a taste of all of our favorite restaurants that are local, so they can kind of have a one-stop shop, so to speak, right? Alumni come back to town and they want to go to their favorite places, fried chicken, Mall Deli. So this is a great way to just bring them all together for an event.
The Office of Alumni Relations looks to host the Taste of Pittsburgh again next year.
Coming up, we'll have a look back on Bourbon County's election last week.
Us at Pi Kappa Alpha do our best to strive towards recruiting the most best men. Our motto is SLAG, which means scholars, leaders, athletes, and gentlemen. We are openly recruiting, and we hope to see anyone who strives towards bettering themselves and the community to stop by and see us here at 1712 South Broadway Street. We hope to see some new faces, and we hope to add on to the good brotherhood here at Pi Kappa Alpha.
Elections took place in Bourbon County for city elections and school districts this week. Reporter Jordan Keys brings us the details.
Tuesday marked elections in Bourbon County for the Fort Scott City Commission, as well as positions in both school districts. County Clerk Jennifer Hawkins says turnout was good for an off-year election.
The turnout was actually up. We had unofficially 19.35% turnout, which was better than our last city school election by almost 5%. We had a total of 2,382 votes cast to date, so that is fairly good for a smaller city school election. Generally, the presidential elections bring out the larger turnout.
While the county implemented early voting just a few years ago, the impact of a flexible schedule to exercise that right have yet to be seen.
I don't know if it's necessarily had a change in turnout, but I do know that our voters enjoy having that option to come in at the courthouse during our normal business hours to take care of their voting.
Voting in Fort Scott saw the re-election of City Commissioner and current Mayor Matthew Wells, as well as two new members in Tracy Dancer and Dylan Olson. For Caps 13 News, I'm Jordan Keys.
Next, we take you behind the scenes of fraternity life as we delve into the aftermath of the recent internal fraternity council elections. Stay with us as we uncover the future plans of IFC. Last week, in the dynamic realm of Greek life, a recent ripple of change is stirring within the Interfraternity Council. The spotlight is focused on the aftermath of the recent elections. An essential chapter in the Greek life's evolving narrative, we had a chance to talk to newly elected Vice President of Campus Affairs, J.T. Bickelmeyer, about the election and future plans for IFC.
Some of the goals that I am trying to achieve during this term would just to be more involved in the role. In the past, this role has done next to nothing. I am trying to work with the president and Parker Jenkins, and I am trying to see how I can expand this role and actually make this role something useful on campus, something productive on campus.
With each elected member comes a unique vision, a set of aspirations, and a commitment to navigating the Greek life path forward. With the newly elected members taking their positions, there is an undercurrent of change and potential. The IFC story continues, shaped not only by the election results, but by the collaborative efforts and initiatives that will unfold in the days to come. Members of Sigma Sigma and Sigma Sigma Phi Epsilon held an event in the U Club in collaboration with the Take Foundation on November 14th. Members of the organization participated in a fashion show and a women's self-defense course. Caps 13 reporter Dominic Santiago has the story.
Members of Sigma 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 and Sigma Phi Epsilon decided to partner with the Take Foundation to raise money for the organization's traveling self-defense class. Take, the Ali Kemp Educational Foundation, was founded following the murder of Ali Kemp in 2002. August Brocker, a member of Sigma Phi Epsilon, spoke about his experience being in the fashion show.
I think it's important to, really raise awareness for, self-protection and everything, and it all ends up going back to a good cause at the end of the day.
Brocker participated in the fashion show along with other members of Sigma Phi Epsilon. The organizations raised more than $600 for the Take Foundation. The goal of the foundation is to teach women how to defend themselves from danger. Brock Brown, a student at PSU, attended the fashion show and said he was happy to support the organization.
I was invited by one of my friends to go to the fashion show, and at first I really didn't know what it was going to be about. I kind of just went because I was invited, and it turned out to be a kind of like a self-defense foundation. Take is the foundation, and what they're doing is really good. I think that being able to teach self-defense to people is going to help in the long run.
The Take Foundation will hold another self-defense class at the Blue Valley Recreation Center on November 18th. Anyone interested should visit takedefense.org. For Caps 13, I'm Dominic Santiago.
Yesterday in the Oval, a book sale was orchestrated by your very own campus choir. But this isn't your typical fundraiser, as a strategic move to gather funds for an exciting overseas trip. Reporter Carter Adam has the story.
Picture a book sale masterfully curated by our own campus's choir right at the heart of the university. But here's the twist. It's a mystery book sale. That's right, the books are wrapped, keeping you in suspense until the very end. Why? It's all a part of a clever strategy to raise funds for an exciting overseas trip. We get a chance to talk to Addie Campbell, a choir member, on why this trip is important to her.
A special event for somebody from Southeast Kansas to go abroad in Europe and sing in cathedrals across Europe. It's the opportunity of a lifetime for sure. So for people to be aware of what's going on, it's wonderful. And so hopefully they donate.
As participants approached, the choir members greeted them with a warm smile, explaining the concept behind the mystery book sale. The enthusiasm and curiosity of the crowd were palpable as they eagerly selected their mystery books. We spoke to event organizer Annika Anshin to get a deeper dive into the fundraiser.
So we don't have any specific genres. We really just opened up donations to everybody. So whatever we got donation-wise is what we're selling. We did mark all the books that are mystery books so that people know a little bit of the genre that they're getting. So if they're getting spiritual versus fiction, nonfiction, but really there's a mix of everything, even some cookbooks.
As the mystery book sale organized by the campus choir concluded, more funds were gathered for their upcoming overseas trip, and participants left with their mystery books, contributing to a successful and impactful initiative that combined literature and music in a unique way. For Caps 13, I'm Carter Adam.
Pittsburg State University's Department of Communication hosted PSU alumni Chris Mallory on October 27th. Mallory shared his journey after graduation and struggles he faced adjusting to the broadcast and nonprofit fields. He also spoke about the value that a Pitt State degree has had for his career. Chris Mallory graduated in 2002 and has worked for the Phoenix Suns and Las Vegas Raiders professional sports teams. When speaking to Caps 13, Mallory emphasized the unique experience Pitt State offers.
There is, going to Pitt State is special, right? The experience that you get, the people you get to work with is unlike anywhere else.
Mallory engaged students by having them answer trivia and name famous sports players for prizes. He told students to be hungry to learn and to learn from failures. The event was attended by a student of Introduction to Mass Communication, but other communication students were invited to attend as well.
As we near Thanksgiving, we are going to see more seasonal temperatures across the area. Joe McGrath has the weather coming up.
So Flag Church has just impacted me because it's given me a community of people that I guess believed in me, and I've seen my belief in myself, my ability to lead people, my confidence in my relationship with God all flourish because of people that believe in me. And I think that's just the mark of a good community.
Church was always a big part of my family, just growing up. And so when I came here, I was looking for a place that was almost like home. And when I came to Flag, it was just like everybody was welcoming me, and you could feel the love of Jesus radiating from the building, from the people. And so it was a place where I could get poured into. It felt like home. I found family, I found friends. It's definitely been my favorite part of Pittsburgh and Pitt State.
Hello and welcome back to Caps 13. My name is Joe McGrath and I'll be your weatherman for today. So let's get right into it. Let's take a look at the current temperatures. Today at Pittsburg State University, it's pretty cloudy with the low right now at 54 degrees. It feels like 52 thanks to that nice breeze coming out of the north at about 10 miles per hour. The visibility right now, thanks to the sun, the clouds, is about 22 miles, as well as the humidity, thanks to the little bit of showers that we got during the afternoon, is sitting around 49%. So let's go ahead and plan our evening. Looking at around 4 o'clock tonight, we can see, or 4 o'clock right now, pardon me, we have those light showers coming through, 56 degrees. Later on tonight, at about 7 o'clock, it'll be 51 degrees with light clouds. The sun starts peeking through, and then tonight at 11 o'clock, there's going to be some scattered clouds across the night sky with a low tonight at around 44 degrees. So taking a look at the regional temperatures around Kansas, here in our beautiful southeastern part of Kansas, we can see Pittsburg here at 54 degrees. Go further north, Kansas City, 52 degrees, Topeka, 53, and then moving on further west, Concordia, Wichita, both sitting around those mid-50s. And then finally, we can see that cold front coming from the south with Elkhart at about 51 degrees, Goodland 55. But those are the temperatures around Kansas. So let's go ahead and take a look at the 5-day forecast. As I said earlier, it's around 55 degrees outside right now. We had our 75% chance of precipitation, which came through earlier today. But heading into tonight, we have a high around 44 degrees. And moving into Friday, tomorrow's high is going to be about 61 degrees with almost no clouds. It'll be a pretty nice sunny day. Friday's low for the night is going to be around 37 degrees, with Saturday coming in at around 61 degrees for Gorilla Game Day. But the game day is going to look pretty nice with about a 50 to 60 degree difference. It'll feel like 60 degrees thanks to that nice 7-mile-per-hour wind coming from the south. Humidity is going to be at 41%. It's going to be a great Gorilla Game Day. Make sure to come on down to Connie Smith Stadium, support the Gorillas. The MIAA regular season is ending, but the visibility will be about 10 miles, and then we'll go back into Sunday with a high of about, I'd say around 65 degrees. Sunny, it'll be a beautiful day. Great way to end your weekend. Moving into Saturday night, Sunday night, if I could get out of your way, it'll be about 38 degrees that night, and then moving into beginning your week on Monday, it'll be about 67 degrees with scattered clouds all day. My name is Joe McGrath, and thank you for watching the weather. We'll be right back.
Hey, are you a Pitt State student looking to make the most of your college experience? Well, it's time to get involved. Join clubs, participate in sports, volunteer for community projects, and attend exciting events on your campus. Getting involved at Pitt State not only enriches your education, but also allows you to create lifelong relationships. Don't miss out. Embrace university life and discover all of the opportunities waiting for you. Get involved today.
Welcome back. I'm Dominic Santiago with sports. Pittsburg State's Disc Golf Club travels to Michigan to compete in a regional qualifier. Drake Miller traveled with the team to watch them compete.
My name is Hunter Williams, and I'm the president of the Disc Golf Club here at Pitt State University. In Pittsburgh, we practice. We used to have indoor practices, but those got canceled.
Yeah, that's great.
But we get out on the courses in Pittsburgh as much as we can. And then we sign up for as many tournaments as we can, or a realistic number with our limited funding. Semester, we've played in 2 tournaments, one in Minnesota and one in Michigan. And they're qualifier tournaments for the national championship, which we plan on attending every year that we can. And next semester we have 2 more tournaments planned other than the national championship, which is one in Emporia and one in Jonesboro, Arkansas.
This club has brought me my friends here in Pitt. It's made me want to stay here with Pitt, and it gives me something to look forward to every year.
So far, I think this is probably the best year, the most potential we've had. We haven't quite played to our full potential the first 2 tournaments, but We did qualify for a D2 bid for nationals. We're looking to get a D1 bid, which is the highest level of competition at the national championship. But
Pitt State finished 12th overall in Michigan, unable to grab a Division I bid for nationals, but will have many opportunities throughout the remainder of the season. Students and previous athletes on campus have come together to play football each week on weekdays. The weekdays can get quite long. That's why these students make an effort to come play two-hand football. This weekly event has been going on for over 3 years now, with senior Bradley Kreider bringing them together.
They meet people that never meet outside of this facility, and I think the best part is we get to play on the stadium field that the Gorillas win championships on. That doesn't happen very often, in college where you can go participate in that.
Bradley hopes that this tradition lives on after he graduates, in efforts to bring the students of Pitt State together in something fun. That's all for sports that we have for sports. As we head into break, here are some scores of previous Gorilla Athletics games and future game dates.
Go, Gorillas on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Last week, Pittsburg State University put on an art exhibit that displayed the works from some of its own faculty. The exhibit took place on Thursday evening in Porter Hall, showcasing art pieces created by the faculty in the University Gallery. Department of Art Chairman James Oliver says the event was also a way to help educate and inspire students for their own works.
The premise of the show was to show the faculty's process so that we can use it as a teaching tool for our students and inform the community about our processes.
So looking forward to this weekend, game day. What's the weather looking like?
The Gorilla Game Day is going to look great. It's going to be a nice 60 degrees throughout the whole weekend. Out of all the weather that I could pick, this would be the greatest weather to play football in.
Sounds like some nice weather.
Yeah, so Dom, how do you think the Gorillas are going to perform this weekend?
It's going to be tough, coming off that loss against Missouri Western last week, going into the game against Central Oklahoma. It's going to be tough. It's going to be a fight, but maybe that weather can help them out a little bit.
And that's all we have time for you tonight. Thank you for tuning in to Caps 13 News. I'm Drake Miller.
And I'm Matthew Parrott. We'll see you next time.